is a cold night in western Pennsylvania as we bring you inside Heinz Field here in Pittsburgh. Tonight it's the final morsel in our Thanksgiving feast, and we've got a good one in store between the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. They'll be led out by their quarterback in his 5th season now from NC State. It's Jacoby Brissett.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down.
It's 2nd and 8.
They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. And from the gun, here's Brissett. And he finds Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
The ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Brissett. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
The Steelers take over 1st and...
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. They'll be led out by their 32-year-old quarterback in his 9th season in the NFL. It's Ryan Tannehill.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
That time, the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a gain of 14. At the 32-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 13 carries, 62 yards.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room, in the cold tub, trying to get his legs back for this game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to be down close to a 1st down at the Ravens' 43-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive.
Derrick Henry.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 23. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Here's Tannehill, and Lewis has it, the tight end. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Tannehill, and that's complete to Lewis. And the Steelers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle. But collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
And goal.
Now Tannehill. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Nothing doing on that one, and it'll be 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Mercedes Lewis, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle.
Teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
Each team kicks away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Brissett from the gun on 3rd. He'll drop this down to Williams. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. 7-7, our score after 1. Here's Jack Fox on to punt. Back deep for the Steelers, Antonio Brown. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 all the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their 2nd offensive possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
On 1st down, it's Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Derrick Henry.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Foreseeing completion on 1st down, and you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going into the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Open man is Gordon, complete. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
A 1st down carry for Henry. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Henry. And the 2nd wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
It's now 3rd down and 6.
Tannehill into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Ravens 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. First target, first catch, and a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the spin looked pretty, but more for style points as the real estate evaporated quickly there. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Second and 6 at the Steelers' 39-yard line.
Brissett's going to keep it on the option. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's third down.
They'll run it down with Robinson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards. But instead, offense out there. They're going for it. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
10 at the 48-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Henry. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. Really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Brissett on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Jared Cook, his Pro Bowl tight end, was the target. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 10 yards to go.
Gun, Brissett. He'll get this off to Jamal Williams. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give him 17 on that pickup.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10.
They'll throw again. Brissett. This is caught. Watkins. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, here's Brissett. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Willie Snead. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10. He finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And his guys have got it back in the closing stages of the first half.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Brissett sets to throw it. He uncorks it for Snead, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens are able to show off their quick strike ability.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.